Good morning, Saturday the 28th of March. It's nice and dry, a little bit of sunshine. And we've done our first week of photo challenges. So, thanks for tuning in. It's been a good week. Loads of you sent lots of lovely pictures in. You've all listened to the feedback I've given you, and you've all been trying to improve your pictures day by day by day, and you're being really creative as well, which is fantastic to see. So, thanks for that. We're going to go through a few pictures from yesterday, which was challenge number 4, and that was metal or a metallic object. And we'll have a quick chat about those. We'll look at each other's pictures, and then we'll see what we're going to do over the weekend. Alright? So stay tuned for that, and let's go through some of these lovely pictures. Okay, first up today is Amina. This is a really nice picture. I love this. You've tried to get your horizon straight, so that's great. And you've got, look at this, this is a great use of what's called negative space. Yeah, so you've got a really nice clean surface where the, is it a bracelet, I think? So you've got a lovely plain grey surface there, and then you've got that grey darker surface behind it, and then that lovely thin, is it a white stripe or is it just where the light's shining on something? But that was really nice. And then when we look at the subject of your photo, it's like purple and silver, and that's obviously metallic. And I like the reflections here because you've got some tiny dots of light coming through, and they're in different positions on each of the little balls on the bracelet. So that's brilliant. I like that very much. Well done, Amina. Thanks for sending that in. Next up, Amelia. Very nice. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got 3, I think they're candle holders possibly, on a little tray on a nice grey floor, and similar to Amina's, yeah, you've got that lovely plain background that's clutter free, there's no mess in there, there's no distractions. You've got a pretty much straight horizon, just a midges down at the right, but overall that's a very good effort at getting it straight. And I like the way you've used 3 items. So always use odd numbers of things. I think we said this on day 2. Yeah, odd numbers. For some reason, your brain sees odd numbers better than it sees even numbers. It's all about sharing things out between the different sides of your brain. So that's really good. I can just about see you in the reflection, but I think with a shiny surface like that and the way you've presented it, I think you're always going to struggle to not be in there and not be part of the reflection, but that's really good. And yeah, I like it because you've got the layers there. Let's start from the front. You've got the floor tile, then you've got the line, then you've got more floor tile, then you've got the tray, then you've got the 3 candle holders, then you've got some more floor tile, then you've got a line of the skirting board, and then the line of the wall. So really nice perception of depth in that, Amelia. Fantastic. Okay, next up, Bob. And Bob, I've got to say, I absolutely love this. Bob's made this robot himself, and that's fantastic to see. I don't think he made it specially for the photo challenge. I'll ask him to find out, but that's really good. So look, we've got this lovely simple green background with light and shadow on it, and then we've got the robot man with some stripes on it as his the light's coming through there. I don't know how you've done that effect, Bob, but that's brilliant. I really like that. And the robot man's doing something. I think he's holding a washing line pole or something. But yeah, Bob, it's fantastic. Thanks for sending that in. And I think that's a lavender bush in the garden there, which if you run your hands through it, don't rip the leaves off, run your hands through it and then smell your hands. It smells beautiful. Nice one, Bob. Charlotte, this is fantastic. I like this. So you've got your metallic candle holder, you've got the light of the candle or lamp. I'm guessing it's a candle. So you've got the light coming through there, and you've got all these patterns and textures on it, and you've captured that really nicely. There's no distractions in there. Just maybe a tiny bit of, is that a bit of carpet or something? Just on the edge there. So if we move that back perhaps an inch, then we wouldn't have that little bit of fluff or something just creeping in at the bottom. But overall, you can't see that because your eye's drawn straight to the centre of this image. You've controlled the reflection well, because we can't see you in it or other distractions. So you've got this really nice, really well composed photo. I like that. And you've got it just high enough at the top so you can see that the item is a 3D object. So rather than it being flat, because you can just see in the top of the candle holder, yeah, it gives that depth to it. So that's brilliant. Nice one, Charlotte. Dan, very creative. I like this. We've got a dart in a dartboard. So obviously the dart is the metallic bit, and then you've got this metal rim around the outside where all the numbers are for keeping score. And it's an action photo, so it's showing, it's a doing photo. I like that. I like the way you've composed it. Perhaps get the full dart in if you can. I don't know if you're trying to cover any distractions up there on the right hand side of the picture, but you've got enough of it in there to tell the story. And I like these red and greens because they're really contrasty, and then the white and the blacks, so that gives depth to the picture as well. So nice one, Dan. Eddie's gone for an outside picture with a bird feeder, and it's got a metallic squirrel guard on it, I'm guessing, or is it to keep big birds out? Yeah, really good. It's got a nice shape to it. You're obviously looking up at it because it's up in a tree, and then you've got some light and shadow on this tree trunk to the left. Really nice, Eddie. Good stuff. Elliot sent in a picture of an earring, and it's a metallic earring of a snowflake. So here we go. Nice subject, Elliot. It's a good choice. There's lots of detail in there. You can see the texture on the snowflake, and you've got the little hook there that goes through your ear. So that's all complete. You've got a really nice plain background, and I like these lines that are going diagonally left to right as well. They add a bit of texture and a bit of depth to it. And you've composed that really centrally in the picture. So that's really good. Yep, I like that. Good stuff. Harriet, 13, not my Harriet, sent in this Zippo lighter. Now this is good because the box and the lines of the lighter are converging, so it's it's called a leading line, so it draws your eye straight into the middle of the picture there. And then you've got this lovely natural sort of framing of the lighter within the box, within its environment, so that's good. You've got this frame, big rectangular frame, and it's a nice clean surface. There's no distractions in the reflection. You can see the light being reflected in the surface of it. That's really good. Thanks, Harry. Nice one. And we've got a new joiner today, Isabel. I think she's 7. And she sent in this picture of a metallic wheel trim. Really good. Yeah, I think you must have seen this on your daily exercise walk. And that's good, I like that. You've got light and shadow on there. Yeah, so you've got some bright sunshine, and then you've got some shadowy lines, and that takes your eye onto the wall, and then it gives the depth and the textures of the wall, which always looks good in photos. What I would do there, Isabel, and it's a minor point, is you see the green leaf in the bottom there. If you see something like that for the next one, just take that green leaf and just move it out of the photo, because instantly you're looking at the wheel trim and then you're like, oh, what's this green thing? And then you go back to the wheel trim and it's like, oh, what's that green thing? Then you go back to the wheel trim. Yeah, so just take that small distraction out, although I love the way you've captured the light and the shadow on that leaf. So well done, great first effort. Ilia, age 4, she's sent in a picture of a metal leaf. That's really good. Look at the textures on this and the way the light's hitting it and reflecting off. So you've got dark patches, light patches, and it's got a lovely shape, and again you've got a lovely clean background. It's nice and straight. So I think that's brilliant. Well done, Ilia. And the next photo is from Meg, which I'm going to guess, I'm not quite sure what it is. So perhaps on this, Meg, maybe if you move back a little bit, then we can get a bit more of a story of what the item is, because I'm just guessing at the moment. I can see that you've got it in the bright sunshine, and I can see the shadows behind it, so that's good. And I can see the texture in this item. I'm going to guess that it's maybe a spade or something. Not too sure, but you've obviously spent a lot of time thinking about this one. And now Next time you email in, or your grown-up emails in, get them to tell me what this picture is, please. Or you tell them to tell me what that picture is. Okay, but I like the diagonal. And thanks for sending it in. Meg's brother Ned has taken a picture of this rake in the garden in the sunshine. So the rake's running diagonally, which is great because you've got all the other lines straight. And it's metallic, so that's good. Then you've got the shadow of the rake on the grass there, going straight up the right hand side of the picture. And I hope this was before you did the raking, Ned, because you could use the rake to pick up some of these twigs and stuff, just to take a bit of that clutter out of the background. But yeah, nice job. You obviously put some thought into that. Metallic rake, some light, shadow, texture, brilliant. Okay, next photo's from Ria, and we've got a big metal dish with some water in it. Then you've got this candle which is in another metal dish, and you've got two different colours there. So you've got like a stainless steel type larger bowl, and then a bronzy dish that the candle's sat in, and then it's all sat on water with these flower petals in. You've obviously spent a lot of time thinking about this one, Ria, so well done. And then we've got this elephant in there as well. That's really nice. And then at the back you've got some light and shadow. Yep, perhaps maybe move around just a touch to one side if you can, and we'll just get this TV out of the picture, because that does cause a bit of a distraction. But I like the amount of thought that you've put into this one and the effort you've gone to, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different items in there. So thank you very much, that's great. Next up is Zach, and he sent in a picture of a wheelbarrow without the wheel on it. But this is good. This is what I was saying about old and rusty things as well, because they have a great texture to them. So you've got shiny and smooth, then you've got old things that have been used and they tell their own story. So you've got the frame of it, which is this dark orange rusty colour, and then you've got the sort of the galvanised bucket of the wheelbarrow, which also tells its own story. And then you've got the manufacturer's label in there, which is faded. So that's telling the story all by itself there, Zach. That's really good. So you've got some light and shadow going on too. Really nice. That just missed the tops of the handles off, and the corner on the left hand side. So let's just step back a few inches and make sure we get all of that item in there. But yeah, that's really clever thinking, that, Zach. Well done. And that's everyone's pictures for today, day 4, the metal or metallic object challenge. Really nice pictures. I'm really impressed with how much thought you've put into each of those pictures. So we had like Zach's wheelbarrow with all that rusty old texture telling its story there. We had shiny objects, we had decorative objects, things with textures in. You're still using light and shadow, you're still trying to straighten your horizons up, and it shows that you're really listening to the feedback, which obviously makes me very happy, because all the pictures are getting better. If we look back to the day 1 pictures, if you go back through that video and compare them to the day 4 pictures that you've taken this week, you'll see that everyone has got better as we've gone along, so really well done. Okay, right, that's been a brilliant week. Thanks again for sending all your pictures in. Over the weekend, free choice. If you want to send a picture in over the weekend, you can do. It can be of anything you like. Send it in through your grown-ups. And if you don't want to send a picture in this weekend, no problem at all. Alright? But whenever you're out and about or you're doing stuff, keep looking at things and keep thinking about how you could make a nice picture out of that. Alright, so I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to go and do some busy work now and tidying up and what have you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for coming in.